The Giant Spider, 2013, directed by Christopher R. Mim, starring Daniel Siervin, Shannon Mack, and Michael Cook. In 1955, radiation from an atomic weapons test turns a spider into a giant, bloodthirsty menace that attacks a small town. Can the army and a group of scientists band together to stop the rampaging beast? One of the biggest surprises I've uncovered when looking at the 21st century in film is the lack of an enjoyable giant spider movie. There were some genre classics and other notable entries that came out in the 20th century, but from 2000 on you had films that either didn't take themselves seriously, disappointed by the second act, or were genuinely just badly written and executed films. It's honestly pretty wild when you think about how iconic films about giant spiders are. It's an entertaining premise that practically writes itself and benefits from the advancement of visual effects. This is a byproduct of the too cool attitude that permeated the 90s. Everyone felt obligated to wink at the camera and be in on the joke, even if the joke was the film itself. This made these films an uncomfortable experience for fans of pulpy sci-fi, as the film was inadvertently mocking them for enjoying it. It wasn't all doom and gloom though, fortunately, thanks to the rise of independent film in the 21st century due to the arrival of decent affordable equipment and editing software. The first thing that struck me when I watched the trailer for this film was the authenticity it was signaling. Everything from the visuals to the performances to the design choices suggested a 1950s throwback that looked convincingly put together, which made me cautiously optimistic. The biggest challenge with throwback films is capturing the correct tone, though, because the success of the film hinges on how invested it is in taking the premise seriously, no matter how ridiculous it is. Could this truly have been a well-made giant spider film in the 21st century? I had to find out. We'll start with how this film was put together. Everything this film does, whether it was how it was shot, how it was written, how it was acted, how the creature effects were achieved, even how it was scored, is a pitch-perfect rendition of 50s B-movies. The way the film is shot and lit genuinely nails the look and feel of the post-war double features it's paying tribute to. You can see it in the framing, the lighting, the whole visual language. The writing and acting work together to bring bygone characterizations to life. Everyone in this film is tapping into the same heightened, old-school style of performance that helps the film feel authentic and consistent. The creature effects, using a combination of compositing a real tarantula into wide shots and a wonderfully menacing puppet in close-ups, further reinforces the film's commitment to the language of 1950s creature features. Even the score and the stock footage this film utilizes were lifted from 1950s films, further helping reconstruct a faithful rendition of the cinematic language it's seeking to replicate. One of the smallest details that impressed me in this film's authenticity is the simulated cue marks in the upper right corner of the film. It's a relatively subtle touch, but it's a testament to how far this film goes to reconstruct that B-movie aesthetic. This film does poke fun at 1950s culture and societal norms, but it's in good taste. The investment in the premise is maintained, and it never undercuts its own sincerity. Overall, I had a blast with this one. It's clear that director Christopher R. Mim has a genuine appreciation for the films he's paying tribute to, and with a filmography that already reads like a selection of films I feature on my channel, I can guarantee more of his work will show up here in the future. Verdict: highly recommended. A delightful throwback romp that really knits together a killer web of nostalgia. That concludes this week's review. If there's any obscure sci-fi or horror film you'd like to suggest, feel free to leave a comment below. Make sure to tune in next time for another thrilling low-budget adventure.